This is last night, but I have to film this. Look, I've got cat and dog on my lap. This is one of my dream scenarios. I've had double cat before, but I don't very often get the combination of Dennis and Kim. I should point out there is a hot water bottle here. Dennis has had his hair cut today. James cut his hair, and I think he's feeling the cold. Kim likes a hot water bottle, don't you, Kim? Well, you can tell she likes the warm, anywhere warm, because of she likes to sit in front of the radiator. Yeah, what about this? Is a brilliant combination. I've never had a Dennis and Kim combination, so I had to document it. Their faces. Right, I've just got to show you all this because I've had some people say, "Oh, poor Patsy, look how hungry she is." So it is 10:30. And they're now going to have their tea, so I just thought I'd show you what they have for them to settle down with at night time. So wrapped up in this tea towel, they've got all of their fresh food. So tonight they've got spinach, flat leaf parsley and cucumber. I always go for the parsley first because it's their favourite. So there we are, that's their first selection. They also get a good handful of pellets, and I also get, oh, I've dropped it everywhere, sometimes 3 massive handfuls, and they've given us another one, of the best hay money can buy. Right, so we'll come back in the morning and see how hungry they are. Right, so remember this. I'll see if I can get one of those things that go do-do-do-do-do. I bet I can't. Right, night girls. Hope you enjoy all that. It's the next morning. Well, all that's left is a couple of little bits of spinach. Everything else has been eaten up. Right, here's your grass for today. That was picked yesterday when I went down the river with Daddy. Oh, it's lovely, isn't it? I always think grass is like my children eating broccoli. I bet it's really good for them. At least you eat the grass, hey? Well, Johnny eats broccoli. The girls act like I'm feeding them poison. How many strands are you going to have today, Pats? Oh, just 6. Right, I've got to get on. Hello, Doug. No, I'm not sitting here. He's trying to get on my lap. I'm now get. Oh, Patsy. No, lovely. What do you think, Doug? Aren't they cute? Right, I've got to get on. We're on the ironing board. Don't very often film from this angle, do I? There's a lot going on in the background, sort of. I don't know. You see the ironing down here because my tumble dry's over there, and I just get it out of the tumble dry and put it straight on the floor. The baby shower's been cancelled for tonight. Apparently there's lots of people in the office who are poorly, so it's going to be moved to a different day. Do you know what? I'm glad I've got the blanket done because I would have let that trickle on for ages. Oh, I'm ever so tired. James is tired as well. Doug is down there staring at me. Come on, come on. See him come running. He's so elegant with his feet. They cross over when he walks. We're waiting for his food to be delivered and he just keeps standing near his bowl staring at me. Although you have had plenty of food today, he likes wet food, but he's waiting for the dry food to arrive because he knows that he's already had his quota of wet today. Well, that was nice, wasn't it? Been sewing all day today. Here's a couple of the bags that will be going in my shop next week. Don't know if you can see them. I'll show you them properly another day. I'm so tired. Got to make a curry in a minute. I was looking forward to seeing my friends, but I also feel like I've been given the gift of time. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm all footloose and fancy free now. I've made some baskets this afternoon. I don't know if you can see them here. Let me get that out there. They're I've just put them in my shop for pre-orders. They're bunny baskets. They've got a little bunny on the front. These are quite big, these baskets, and they come with a selection of different linings that you can pick. I've put them in as pre-orders, a few of each of the different colours. So this one's a pink one, and I've got a green one here. It's nice fabric. Yeah, so a few of those have gone in my shop. If anyone wants a basket, they're nice and big. What else have we been doing today? Oh, I've made some new things for my shop. There'll be some, when I line my bags, I always have like this really thin piece of the lining left over. And I thought, what can I do with that? So they're just the right size to make into some little pouches. So I'll be making some little, well, you could use it for anything. You could use it for a makeup bag, but to give you an idea of size, you could fit, like, it's big enough to fit like lengthways to fit a crochet hook in. So there'll be a few of those. But my proper shop update is next week. But I've listed the pre-orders for the baskets if anyone is interested. I'm obsessed with bunnies at the moment. I just love them. It is bunny season though, isn't it? It's the time of year to be thinking of bunnies. Oh, I can't be bothered. Oh, I've got to sweep the floor. Honestly, you should see it in here. It is alright shambles. I'm going to tidy this up. What's the time? It's nearly 4 o'clock. So I should have enough time to have a nice cup of tea before I have to start cooking the food for everybody. Johnny and Meg told me they're going to be a bit late tonight. They've gone to Nerd Club again. So I've got a little bit of time. Oh, I've got to get the washing in. I can't be bothered again. Whatever's happened to me, everybody, I've got really late. I have been working all day though, so I had the sewing machine turned on by 9:15 this morning. So we've had a good old day today, haven't we, Doug? We've been very productive. James is going to take the dogs for a walk in a minute with Lizzie. He's in the bath. All right, I'll see you later. I was just putting some stuff in my wardrobe and I saw these poking out, and I wondered if you'd like to have a look at them. If you don't, fast forward. I've been bridesmaid how many times? Let me think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times now. And these are 2 of the dresses that I wore. I wore this one, I think I might have been about 9 or 10. When I was 9 or 10. So that would have been about 1990. 1989, and I wore, what is that there? It looks like there's some sort of stain, but I can't see that in real life. It's weird, isn't it? And I wore this one when I was 5 in 1985. This one is a vintage Laura Ashley one. 100% cotton. The big bridesmaids, they both wore like the big lady versions of these, and I remember thinking that they were the best dresses I'd ever seen. Well, I like this dress too. I wore a hoop underneath it. I think this is actually worth quite a lot of money now. Because I have looked them up on eBay before. If I could get that stain out, I'd never sell it though. I'd never sell it. I should iron it really so that you can see it in all its glory, but I can't be bothered to do that. Yeah, 1985, so I was 5. I'd like to show you the pictures of me in it. if I could find some. I'll see if my mum will bring some round. We all wore, this was for my uncle's wedding. Has it got pockets? Can you believe 1980s it had a little pocket in it? I can't remember that. We all wore a Nay perfume. My auntie loved it. I still love that dress. I would dress, if I was going to get married again, I'd dress my bridesmaids in that. And this one, I remember these ones were all handmade. And I think it was me, there were two small ones, it was me and another girl, and then two bigger bridesmaids. I'd like to see the pictures of those as well, if I can find them. Hang on, I'll switch them round and you can have a look at the backs. This one's got buttons. I just think it's lovely. And this one had a bow at the back. I remember when the bride, I was sitting around the house, we'd all gone and had our measurements taken by this lady who was going to make them. And then the dressmaker called the lady, the bride, and told her how much they were going to be. Oh, she cried because they were going to be so expensive. Lilac was in then. Do you remember when lilac was in? I remember the wedding cake had all lilac icing on it as well. Don't see a lot of lilac these days, do you? I do like it. And I remember being bridesmaid again in another dress, the same year as I wore this one, and it was this fabric again but green. I wonder where that's gone. I'll have to ask my mum. I love old stuff, do you? Look, these were all taken in at the bottoms all the way round. Who's that? You can't have eaten your tea that quickly.
Huh?
Did you eat your tea that quick?
Yeah.
Blimey, John, you must have been starving.
It's the shower tonight.
Yeah, I've sorted it all out.
Lovely.
We had a blockage in the shower, but I've sorted it all out today. Yeah, do you remember this? It went round like this, round the bottom. And then in the early 2000s, the fashion was to have these sort of creases all over the place, wasn't it? But no. This isn't taffeta, this is more like a sort of silky fabric. Well, I don't know if you care about these. What I'll do is I'll try and find the pictures. I'll get my mum to bring them around on Friday. You can have a look at me wearing them. I'm ready for bed. And I'm out of breath again. I need to start taking my inhaler properly. I've got a steroid one and a blue one. And if you manage asthma properly, you should never ever have to have the blue one. And I am having to have it a little bit at the moment. So I'm not taking it properly. It's my own fault. What's happened since I last saw you? Not a lot. I've cooked a chicken korma. Everyone's eating it. James's portion is ready to be heated up when he gets back. Am I supposed to say James portion or James's? I said James's, and that's what I'm going to continue to say. Don't write in with a report on my grammar. You can if you want, but I will continue to say James's. John and Meg had an argument on the way back from school. I like hearing about their arguments because they're always so petty. But I remember being that age and thinking that things were like a massive deal. But then when you get a bit older, you realise it's not a big deal at all, don't you? I might try and cut my fringe tomorrow. Well, not try. I might cut my fringe and see what happens. I'm ready for bed. I'm going to do some knitting on my pink bunny cardigan now. I've nearly finished the sleeve. I've now just got to get it to the correct length before I start the decreases. But I'm so desperate to get it done, I'm doing a couple of rows and then measuring it to see whether it's grown an extra 10 centimetres. Do you do that? I've also had a sock club wool turn up today. No, it didn't turn up today. It turned up a couple of days ago. It's absolutely beautiful. I'll show it to you tomorrow. I ordered because I'm getting a different one every month this year, and I went for the Fibre Fox I think it's the Once Upon a Time Club, and it's based on this picture. It's bloody lovely. Lovely. And I know exactly what pattern I'm going to do with it as well. For March, I've gone for Giddy Yarns because she's got a Beatrix Potter club, and this month the theme is Tom Kitten, who is my favourite person out of Beatrix Potter. I just think he's lovely. I love his little blue outfit he wears. He's so sweet. Yeah, so I couldn't resist that one. So I think that's going to be coming at the end of March. The cat food has arrived, and as usual, after staring at me all day, once the food arrived and I filled up the bowls, they had 2 pieces and walked away. They always do that. That they act like they're the most hungry animals ever, and then they have 2 bits of cat food. I want to explain something. What I meant last night when I filmed the Patsy bit eating her dinner, when I said, oh, people have been saying that she was hungry. I didn't mean that in a nasty way. I didn't mean that as if, oh, you know, everyone's been saying. I didn't mean that people are suggesting that I don't feed her properly. I didn't mean that at all. She did look hungry, didn't she? But I just wanted to show you that she's just greedy. Because she is, but I love it. I just love greed in animals. I think it's lovely. I like it when my kids eat all their tea as well. Tonight Lizzie sort of mixed hers in to make it look like she'd eaten more than she actually had. I used to do that. My granddad, he used to put his food in his pockets, a sausage in his pocket, and he'd forget about it because he didn't want to offend my nan that he couldn't eat all his food, and she'd do the washing and find a bloody sausage in his pocket. He was the one who said anus. He was a funny old thing. He once waved to his friend at an auction and accidentally bid on 200 tomato plants. That story was told at his funeral. I think I got the giggles. It's bad, isn't it? But in a nice way. Because he used to do some funny things. And say some funny things as well. Right, this bunny cardigan's not going to knit itself. Do you know what I fancy and what I'm going to have? Marmite on toast again. I've bought a loaf of my favourite bread from Sainsbury's, which is just their normal sandwich loaf, but it's the one that you cut yourself. Johnny calls it the nice bread. He says, Cool, have you got some of that nice bread? So I'm going to have some of that with some nice butter and Marmite on it. Toasted. Johnny is obsessed. I was going like that because his bedroom is next door. He is obsessed with French toast at the moment, and I've got to make him some at the weekend. I've never made it for him before, but he's texted me about it twice yesterday and once today. I think I'm being very dramatic, aren't I, when I'm saying obsessed? He's mentioned it 3 times. James has had another package turn up from Amazon, or whatever's it going to be. I've bought Doug a new bed because he's just been sleeping on the table. I know he's not going to get in it, but I'd love him to get in it. We'll see. It's a big pink fluffy one. If not, I'll give it to a cat's home. I'll put it in one of those bins that not bin. You know, like at pet shops, they have this thing that you can put donations in for shelters. I'll put it in one of them. It's a nice one. It came with a bag that you can put it in to put it in the washing machine. I'd get in it if I was a cat. Right, my darlings, I will see you in the morning. I'm going to go and eat my Marmite on toast and have some very nice tea. See you in the morning. Bye bye.